A choreographed charade between President Trump and his hand-picked attorney general. That is what Tennessee Congressman Steve Cohen describes what we are seeing right now on the extremely limited access to the Mueller report. Congressman, thank you for being with us. And it's important to note you're on the Judiciary Committee, and your chairman, Jerry Nadler, is now asking for all communications between the Department of Justice and the special counsel. Do you think that he should subpoena those?
Of course he should, and he will have to, because I don't think, Bill Barr's job is not to cooperate with divulging information that will be harmful to President Trump, and it's clear that there is information there that's harmful. He's had 2 weeks to disclose. We found out that these reports in the New York Times say that Mueller special counsel personnel have said there were synopses, summaries for each section that were basically clean of grand jury information, and that could be released. I've said it so many times, and I've been right, and I'll be proven totally right. Barr was hired to be his fixer, his Roy Cohn, and that's what he's doing. And he's hurting the justice reputation of the Department of Justice. He's hurting America's reputation for the rule of law and being a country that is open, and the public's. This is the public's information, and the public needs to know what's in that Mueller report, to know about what went on, and Congress needs to know to protect us from further Russian interference. The counterintelligence part is very important.
You tweeted out that, quote, people deserve to see the full report. What do you say, not just to Republicans, but there are also nonpartisan legal experts out there who say that it's irresponsible to give all of that information to the general public because it would include unsubstantiated allegations, grand jury testimony, possible secrets?
Well, secrets shouldn't be released, of course. If there's sources and methods and certain intelligence information, that can go to the members of Congress, and I don't think Barr even wants that to go to us, and we all have classified clearances. Grand jury information after an investigation is over is not as important, and it's up to the judge to make that decision. And Mr. Barr has not agreed to go with Chairman Nadler to the court and ask the judge to release that information, which the judges have done in previous requests when it's concerned the president. When you're dealing with an issue as important as the president of the United States, and did he or members of his campaign team or administration get involved with Russians and interfering with our elections, the American public needs to know, and there are no rules that should interfere with the American public knowing and Congress knowing. And the American public we're adults, and I think the American public has a right to that information. And obviously, Trump doesn't want the American public to know, just like he doesn't want people to know about his taxes, which involve his finances and possible connections to oligarchs, just like he doesn't want people to know his grades. That stable genius won't allow and threaten schools if they release his grades with penalties and legal actions. There's a lot this man hides, and there's so much that the American public needs to know, because he is not adequate morally, educationally, intellectually, compassionately to be president of the United States.
In a letter to lawmakers, you mentioned that you feel Barr is the president's fixer, but his former fixer, Michael Cohen, his attorneys say that they found a hard drive with millions of documents, and he needs time to go through them to help investigators. They're actually asking Congress to help delay his prison sentence. Is that something that's in Congress's purview?
And I don't think it has been. We'd love to have the information, and there might be information that's helpful. But it does seem like his prison's getting closer and closer for Michael Cohen. He's getting more and more desperate for looking for support to keep him out of prison. I mean, that's an awful prospect, and it's not anything we generally get involved with where there's a man or a woman who's looking at prison time.
All right, Congressman Steve Cohen, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Brianna.